Hello, light warriors. Oh, that was a little fast. Hello, light warriors. It is Samantha Gillis. I am your celestial light warrior coming at you from the fifth dimension, a space of ease, prosperity, joy, and abundance. And today I wanted to talk very clearly with you about clutter. And not just any kind of clutter, although all clutter is a nuisance if you ask me, but mental clutter. I wanted to focus in on mental clutter here today. So as my overeager screen share window was on, I want to share with you, we'll go through the wormhole. Whoa, the wormhole. And we will go ahead. Where did I put my mouse? I've started to break things down already to begin my nomadic lifestyle. And that is a very, very exciting thing. But sometimes things are going missing because I'm putting things away, and that's okay. So we will use my mouse keys here today. So
you're an example.
Oh, thank you. It was the great Marilyn Monroe who said everyone is a star and deserves to twinkle. Now, what's that got to do with clutter? Well, you are never going to be able to twinkle and shine in your most incredible sense of self if you are cluttered and overwhelmed by the objects and the mental capacity in your mind. We really need to focus in on cleaning up. Where is the slide that I was looking for? I thought I had this all queued up. You know what? I probably did, and then I did other stuff. Welcome to the chaotic world of my mindset, right? Can I get a woot woot, right? This is the slide that we want to be on here today. Okay, so we're going to talk about the mental clutter. Now, again, just as you see in the slide here, you are a product of the media and opinions that you consume. So I really want to take a minute and really delayer some of these topics that I'm going to bring up with you right here, right now, like watching the news. Now, there is lots of things going on in the world right now, and there always is. And when you stay on top of current events, well, you are taking up mental capacity for other people's problems. And when you put energy into other people's problems, you can't help but receive that energy as well, which doesn't allow you the capacity to be able to grow beyond that. That's why one of the number one things that many people say, many mentors, many gurus say, is when you're on the beginning steps of your journey of self-enlightenment, is to turn off the news and you watch your happiness grow quickly, because the news is a great source of scare tactic, and it keeps you in a sense of anxiety and fear. And if you are trying to diminish anxiety and fear in your life, do everything that you can to tap out of other people's problems. That also goes for, a little jump ahead here. That also goes for your social media. Now, I like to share an opportunity or an idea of social media being like a garden, right? And you really need to tend to your garden. So one of the things I like to do, we're just going to jimmy over to Facebook. I'm sure I've got one open somewhere. We'll have to go to the wormhole of StreamYard. Okay, so what you do is, we don't want to be on my profile. In your home screen, you do a scroll down, right? Okay, and say if you watch a post that you're not really interested in, and it doesn't hit the nail on the head for you. I'm looking for something, again, I tend my garden very well. So you can see that there's not a lot of negativity that shows up in my news feed. That is done on purpose. So I am looking for something that doesn't align to me right now. We'll go with an ad. So what you do here is you're going to click on the three buttons here, and well, it says hide ad here, but on any other post, we'll go down one here. No, not AJ. AJ is wonderful. Again, I do keep a well-tended garden. Okay, so just for example's sake, we're going to click on the three dots, and here there's going to be this option that says hide posts. See fewer posts like this, okay? So if you're getting negativity down on your wall, or if you're getting points of view that aren't congruent with who you are, and they're stimulating these agitated feelings on you, then that's when you go to these three little dots and you click on this hide post, see fewer posts like this. And they will stop sending you things that are in direct response to those things that you don't want to see. And you will have to do this consistently and tend to it like a garden and pull those weeds. And this is how you pull those weeds. I don't unfriend or block a lot of people unless I have to. But if I have to, I do, right? This is your space. You are in control of your domain and what you see. So tend to it. It will make all the difference. Again, we are tailoring this mental space to be to have room for good quality content to come and be in consumption of you. Okay, we're getting rid of the garbage, we're getting rid of the weeds so you can show up more fully. The next one is your peers. Okay, what kind of people do you surround yourself with? What are the qualities of those people? It's said that you are a sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So are these people helping you to move forward, or are they diminishing you and keeping you stuck? If they are diminishing you and keeping you stuck, maybe you might want to tune into some masterminds or hire a mentor, or meetup groups aren't really a thing right now, but you can go into Facebook groups of people that that have higher vibrational points of view. Again, you want to find 5 people that you spend time with that are going to move you forward. You don't have to have a direct relationship with them. It can be somebody that you're listening to recordings of. That can be one of your 5 people. If you're into reading books and listening to audiobooks and doing things that way, that counts. That really does give you a feeling of being there and being mentored by them and taking their advice. Okay, your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not real. What it cares about is the density of the intention that's being fed into it, if that makes sense. The density of your positive influences versus the density of your negative influence. Both have density, but what are you going to hold on to and feed into it? And last but not least, in this tailoring of clearing the clutter of your mind is what kind of music and movies and media are you tuning into, because it really does matter. If you tune into movies that are violent or sarcastic or anything kind of in that genre, Well, that's going to stick to you like glue. And believe me, media has spent years really working on holding your attention and creating these subliminal messages. They are programming your mind and it sits there. It is dense. So, just like I had mentioned at the very beginning about tuning out of the news, it goes for the movies that you watch as well. Is it have a positive density or does it have a negative density? If you are watching films with lots of violence, then you are inviting those images into your reality as well. What? Yeah, it's true. And I have a beautiful example of that myself when I was I was working really, really hard on this one strategy that we're talking about right now. And I had created a playlist and I was doing the affirmations and I was really keeping my mental space clean. And I had like an ironclad wall again around my mental mindset at the time. And one day we went and saw a movie at the theater, and there was not a lot of good films playing. In fact, the selection was awful. And so we chose this fairly violent film because, well, there were just really wasn't any options at all. Like it was terrible pickings. So we watched this really violent film, and those images, because my mental space was so clean, those images stuck. And lo and behold, for the next week in my own personal reality, I saw lots of uh, transients on the streets. Like I would just get tuned into it. People were being violent, people were attacking vehicles, and it was like I just tuned in to the violence, and it was because I had tuned into those visuals and had it stuck into my energetic field, so I just tuned into it. So I know many people talk about the importance of keeping a clear mind, but man, it really does matter. And then let's go a step further with audio and the music that you listen to. Did you know that audio is one of the number one, no, not number one, one of the, it is the number one subconscious programmable way to get into people's minds? Music. Yes. That, the soundtrack of the movies that you're watching when they create the mood, don 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 don, right? That creates feeling. That's why you can program yourself through sound waves. We are literally made out of vibration. So what are you listening to? What are you tuning into? Um, Words hold spells. You've heard this before. Abracadabra means I create what I speak. So if you are listening, essentially speaking of heartache, of trauma, guess what's getting programmed into your mind? And guess what's putting you through a hell loop? Yeah. So one of the best ways to dispel this is by creating yourself a playlist that is going to put you in the mood and vibrancy of the life that you want to step into. So that is all for today. We are just focusing in on clearing that clutter. Thank you so much for joining me here on this incredible lesson of stepping up and stepping into your most incredible brilliance. My name is Samantha Gillis. If you haven't had the opportunity to meet me yet, I am so excited that you are here. How lucky am I to be able to train you on these most incredible strategies? Where did my StreamYard go? Here we go. How lucky am I to be here with you? I am just so blessed and so honored to be able to share this information, this life changing information with you that I promise you, when you implement it, it will change your life. Now, make it the best day possible. How does it get any better than that? I'm not sure that it does.